Hello everyone, welcome to Edukemy's YouTube page. I am Dimple Nankani and the topic for today's discussion is how do you cover world map for your prelims examination. We've made a series of such videos to help you aid in your preparation. Click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel to get regular updates. Moving on to the video, the theme of today's video is how do we cover world map for your prelims examination. And we will be dealing with the places in news and the related topic. So many times in world map, the questions are coming from those places which have been in news. However, you need not only study about that place, but you should also know that how do you deal with the related topics, brainstorm the other aspects as well. So we will be doing this, we will be covering the places in news and we will be helping you out with the related topics. Moving on, the key focus area in your world mapping is West Asia and the Southeast Asia. Recently, there has been this port in the news, Dukom port. Okay, why? Because after we got access to this key port, the government is readying up for the talks, okay, with Oman. So here we will be dealing with Dukom port. India has secured access to this port to counter Chinese influence in the region. So we've got access. We know that Middle East is a very important region. There is access to choke points. There are important sea lines of communication. So it is very important to have a strategic presence in the West Asia. So have to have strategic presence in the West Asia. It is important to acquire some of the ports, and we have acquired the Dukom port. India has secured access to this to counter Chinese influence in the region. The other important port in Oman is your Muscat. And now when this port is in news, we have to cover the related topics also. We have to see what are the important ports in this region. So your West Asia maps becomes very important. So this is the West Asia. This is the West Asia's map. We have Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Kuwait, UAE, etc. So here, if I look at the West Asia's map, here you have your Dukom port in Oman. The other important port in Oman is your Muscat. We have already seen that Muscat port is very important because it is the capital of Oman. So you should know where is Muscat, you should know where is Abu Dhabi, which country, know the north to south location as well. Why north to south location is important, we will tell you. So know about Dukom port, know about Muscat port, know about Abu Dhabi, Dubai, okay, Qatar, Manama, Kuwait City, which is the capital of Kuwait, know about the Sana'a, right? The other port you should also know about Jeddah. Jeddah is in which country? Know about that. So what should you have to do is you should know the country and you should know the port. So if I say your Jeddah, it is in Saudi Arabia. If I say Muscat, it is there in Oman. If I say about this thing, Kuwait City, it is in Kuwait. Right? Abu Dhabi, it is in UAE. So know about them. Apart from knowing which country and which port, open up your atlas and look for yourself. Apart from knowing this, the country and the port, you should also have some pictorial memory of the north to south division. The north to south division of this arrangement, the north to south arrangement of the ports. So if I look at this, the north to south arrangement, I am taking this as Kuwait. If this is Kuwait City, this is Abu Dhabi, this is Muscat, we have a Doha. So know the north to south location of these important ports. And the rationale that we are stressing upon knowing the important north to south location is because UPSC has framed questions on this basis. If I take into account this question was asked in 2014. This question relates to your Southeast Asia, and they had asked the question on what is the correct sequence of the following cities in the Southeast Asia as one proceeds from south to north. So as we are proceeding from south to north, this was asked in your 2014 UPSC CSE examination. So it is telling, as you grow from south to north, what is the arrangement of the cities. And Southeast Asia is the other important area for your world map. Two important areas for your world map is Southeast Asia and the West Asia. So now they were asking the cities from the Southeast Asia: Bangkok, Hanoi, Jakarta and Singapore. Now, you might not know the exact location of these cities. However, if you know the country to which these cities belong, for example, if I just take Singapore, we know Singapore is there, and Jakarta, it is there in Indonesia. Jakarta is in Indonesia. And if you have a rough idea that this is the map of Southeast Asia, we know that where is Malaysia, where is Indonesia, we know where is Singapore, rough idea. So if this is the Indonesian islands, okay, and we know that this is the Singapore region, there you have Malaysia here, okay. So you know that Jakarta, which is the capital of Indonesia, has to be last, has to be in south. So here the southernmost will be Jakarta and above that would be Singapore. Probably you might not know exact location of Bangkok and Hanoi, but you know Jakarta, you know Singapore. So you know that the southernmost is Jakarta. You go for 3 and then you go for 2. Jakarta, the southernmost is Jakarta, and then on the north of it is Singapore. So 3, 4 has to be there in the answer. So here 3 and 4. So it will not be this answer, it will not be this answer. Now 3, 2, 4, 1 or 3, 4, 1, 2. Just above to Jakarta is Singapore. Something, and the others are here, Bangkok and Hanoi is here. So you know that it has to be immediate to. So it cannot be B, it has to be C. What I'm trying to say here is you should have a rough idea. You should know the countries, which is the north, which is the south, at least the countries. You should know, you should learn the ports and the countries, the cities and the countries, the capital and the countries, know that. And by logical elimination, you can come at the right answer. So it is not just simply pictorial representation, but linking, application is equally important. So know the, what is the, you have to know the exact, some idea about the country's north, south location, some idea about the memory here, about the capital or the coastal city and the country, and then you have to go for logical elimination. Moving on. So similar question. Yes, this is what is there. This is Jakarta, this is your Singapore, you know this is Malaysia, you Bangkok, and this is your Hanoi. So the answer was 3, 4, 1, 2. We've already seen that. Moving on, I have tried to frame a similar question. Correct sequence of the occurrence of the following cities in the West Asia as one proceeds from south to north, right? Look for yourself what is the answer. Moving on, when we study West Asia, it is very important to know important choke points. So what are these? These are the important straits. These are the important strait. We have the Strait of Hormuz. So Strait of Hormuz is between your Oman, Iran and UAE. So it is between Oman, Iran and UAE. You should know that Strait of Hormuz is between Oman, Iran and UAE. No, there is another important state called as Bab el-Mandab. This Bab el-Mandab is between Djibouti of Africa and Yemen of West Asia. So it is between Djibouti of Africa and Yemen in West Asia. So know about the important straits in the West Asia. These are the important choke points. What do we mean by the choke points? So if this is acquired by any country, if this is captured by any country, it can disrupt the entire trade lines, right? So they can choke the entire trade lines. They are at such an important strategic location. So almost all the countries of the world, they have to have access to the nearby areas, to these choke points, so that their trade is protected. So such important straits. Your Strait of Malacca is also another important choke point, as it oversees your sea lines of communication, which facilitate the world trade. Much of the trade goes through oceans. So what I'm trying to do here is not just your prelims. You need to have an integrated preparation. Think from the perspective of the mains also. Why are they important? Why do we want to have access to these areas? Moving on. Very recently in the news was Tonga Island. There was volcanic eruption in Tonga Island. So the volcanic eruption, this was also there in news, shook the world, and the impact has been great. Now, where is the Tonga Island? Which ocean? Tonga Island is in the Pacific Ocean. If I ask you, yes, this is an information you would have, but if I ask you, do you know the ocean lengthwise? Can you arrange the 5 oceans of the world lengthwise? So you should be able to do this. Therefore, we say not only the map, but also the related information is important. So related information, if I have to arrange the oceans in the decreasing lengthwise, it can be Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, followed by Indian Ocean, followed by Southern Ocean, and then we have the Arctic Ocean. So it has to be PAISA, PAISA, Pacific, Atlantic, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. So this is the PAISA, money. Everybody remembers money. So remember that Tonga Island is in Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean of the world. If you have to know the exact location of the Tonga Island, it is somewhere to the east of Australia, somewhere to the north and east of Australia. Okay, this is the location of the Tonga Island. And there are other islands that you should know. Tuvalu Island is in Pacific. Solomon Island, we know Papua New Guinea, right? You have the Norfolk Islands. So know these important names. Fiji Island, know these important names. Now there has been a volcano. Why has there been a volcano? Because this portion is the part of the plate convergence. There is plate convergence and a subduction, and relate this concept to your Pacific Ring of Fire. Relate this concept to the Pacific Ring of Fire. So here there is a convergence of the plate. The convergence of the plate, subduction of the plate, the convergence of the plate, subduction of the plate leading to trench, and in the trench becomes prone to your earthquake, it becomes prone to tsunamis, and it also becomes prone to volcanism. Those who have studied plate tectonics would remember what I am talking about. So whenever you see a place in news, what you have to do is you have to see the surrounding area. Okay, look for the surrounding area. Surrounding area. Understand the causal effect. Why is this place important? For example, Dukumpet was important for strategic reasons. So why is this in news? Why is it important from me, from the mains perspective too? Why am I studying them? Do you know why is this happening? For example, the volcanism in Tonga, why did it happen? Try to find the causal reason to it when you are studying the newspaper. And don't forget, the PYQs are your asset. Try to have similar type of questions. Frame the similar type of question in your mind. Like we did it for Southeast Asia. The question was on Southeast Asia by the prelims examination. We will try to frame the similar question for the West Asia. So try to have those as the base and try to frame such questions to help in your preparation. We've already seen that Tonga, there's a Tonga trench. Why is a trench formed? So why is a trench formed? Know about the subduction, know about the plate convergence and the formation of the Tonga trench, and relate your volcanism earthquake to this place in news. So 3 things that you have to keep in mind: know the surrounding areas, Keep PYQ as your base and try to find the why part so that you have the reasons, and it will also help you in your mains preparation. We have a series of such videos. Please stay tuned to our channel. Visit the website for our offerings. Bye-bye. Take care.